Here we are, October, what's the date, Beth?
It's actually September 25th.
September 25th. Leaving Hood River in the rain, heading east towards the Dalles, hoping to get out towards the Wallowas tonight. It is wet, but if we look east, it doesn't look as wet. So we're hoping we can get through the rain pretty quickly here and dry off a little bit. And just like that, we get a few miles outside of Hood River, rain stops, pavement is dry, and we're off on an adventure. I think we wasted enough time that in order to get to a decent camping location, we're going to need to just take the 84 all the way across to essentially Pendleton. And I'll tell you, right through the Columbia Gorge is not bad anyway compared to other things.
There are definitely worse things to have to look at.
So, off we go.
Our goal was to get to the Woodward campground just outside of Tollgate, Oregon before dark, but when the sun disappeared and night came, we still had a couple hours to go. Adding to the urgency, the dark clouds over the Blue Mountains looked like they would bring rain.
And we're going into the clouds.
It's going to be a little rainy where we're going. But we don't have very far to go. About 40 minutes. Probably to get dark by the time we get there, but at least we got out of the house. Alright, we have made it to camp.
There were campsites.
There were lots of campsites.
Because
there was some thunder and lightning, and it poured down rain just as we arrived. Well, kind of in the last few minutes that we were riding. And so we picked the first campsite that we found, managed to get the tent up in record time without getting the tent body too wet. But ourselves got very, very wet. We hadn't even really zipped in our rain gear or anything into the stuff, so everything is wet. But the tent is dry, sleeping bag's dry, and we're gonna make some dinner and yeah,
hope for a drier day.
Yeah. Aftermath of the rainstorms last night. Big puddles. Wet motorcycles. Wet everything. Campsite was wet, but survivable.
Yep. Oh, there's that lake.
Oh yeah, okay.
The lake we're not allowed to access.
Woodward Lake, a private lake that even though the campground is right on, yeah, there's a big do not enter sign.
Yeah.
Because you didn't pay enough money to access the lake, only for special people.
Only homeowners.
It's very foggy and kind of rainy foggy. Maybe this just means that we're gonna, when we drop down the hill on this other side, it's just gonna be gorgeous and bluebird.
Maybe.
From Elgin, we continued east on Highway 82 through Wallowa, Enterprise, and Joseph. The route traced the spectacular river valleys of the Minim River and Wallowa River, offering incredible sights and fun, twisty roads to ride.
That's a pretty courthouse.
Yeah, when we were here for Cycle Oregon, that's where lunch was.
Oh, cool. Look at them snow-capped hills.
I know.
Pretty impressive.
The snow-capped peaks provided stunning views, but also limited our travel options. We had intended to head high into the mountains, but with low overnight snow levels being forecast and a desire to avoid getting stuck, we decided to stick to the lower passes and more frequently traveled routes.
I mean, we could take the paved road all the way to the campsites that we're trying to go down towards Indian Crossing and Hidden Camp, but I don't think that would be very fun.
Oh, let's adventure.
Let's try this detour out.
Let's try it.
Campground on the shores of the Imnaha River, which kind of looks more like a big creek, but is gorgeous. And yeah, if you can see, tent, river, motos are just over here. Pretty prime spot, and we were surprised to roll in and find it open. But I guess that's what you get for braving the rainstorm on Friday night. It scared enough people away. So we got here to the campsite at Indian Crossing, and the sun was out. It was warm, shed layers. We got everything out of our bags because even the stuff that was in dry bags the entire time was wet. Everything was damp. We're gonna call it a night early, I think, and get some sleep, since last night sleep didn't really work. And yeah, time to make some food.
Yum.
Although we had a long trek to get back home, we couldn't resist taking a short side trip to the Hells Canyon Overlook. We figured it was worth the side trip to catch a glimpse of the deepest canyon in North America. The beautifully paved and twisty side road to the viewpoint was a pretty nice bonus.
Wow.
Yep.
Definitely worth coming up here.
Yes.
I want to be the person that writes these things. Maybe just the headlines. I don't want to write the details. A story written in stone.
Land of fire and water.
I mean, it's like, it's so awesome. Beautiful town of Halfway.
we completed our goal of doing a nice loop in the Wallowa Mountains, it's definitely an area we need to get back to. There is just so much to explore in that region, it really deserves a week or more, not just a weekend. But now that we know a little bit more about the area, we can plan accordingly for next time. Our journey complete, we headed home to unpack, wash, and dry out all of our gear, so we'll be ready for the next adventure.